should also say that nothing's been changed. This is the KASB
Right.
position,
Right.
lobbying position.
It has
For
to go
this year.
before the legislature to do it.
Yes,
Well-
this what they've agreed as what they want to push. Now, whether it gets approved, that's a good point. It may not get, but this is KSB's stance on it. This is what they're going to the legislature with.
What the membership voted on.
Yeah. And then the other thing was negotiations. They changed that a little bit, but it wasn't anything drastic on it either, I don't think. Was there?
Well, the big thing on that is that their position on that is to get together with KNEA and try and find a reasonable,
List of required
Yeah.
negotiated items.
They want to eliminate the unnecessary ones, but they don't want to upset the teachers. So their thought is they're going to get with them sometime soon. They've talked to them and try to come up with a common ground on that.
But there's the required negotiated items, I mean, that have to be on there. You can add, so even if you shorten that list of required negotiated items, you could still
oh, yeah.
add them back if it was an issue to you that,
Sure.
Yeah. Okay, do you have anything else to add to that? They elected the president-elect.
give
Is
them
that
that.
it?
Yep.
No.
It wasn't that one lady, was it?
No, it was actually Darren, the one guy, he withdrew, so they only had one. See, when I went down to Topeka, there was two that we nominated for consideration, one withdrew in the meantime, and I can't think of his
Was
name.
it the one that sat by me and then left?
He was actually the one I was gonna vote for. Yeah, that was him.
Said where you were.
His first name, you remember it?
He was sitting in one of those sessions and I went and sat by him and he looked at me and got up and left.
Yeah, totally scared
He
me.
had a cup sitting on, there wasn't very many chairs left, and he had a cup sitting beside him. And there wasn't anybody else sitting there, 'cause we watched for a little while. Carl went and sat down in one seat, and I kinda stood there, and he moved his cup, and I sat down, and he looked at me and left.
Well, alrighty then.
All right, I guess that's all I have. Superintendent's report.
I don't really have anything to add, except that I'm glad that the four of you were able to go, and I hope you learned a lot, and it's worthwhile going.
It really is.
Yes.
That tour, I wish we could get, I wish Mr. Stein could get, I wish we could all go and Mr. Stein go. It's just, it was really awesome to see the way the different approaches to things are, and it gets you outside of, our box. I mean, it's just a neat, really neat thing.
I was gonna, remember I talked to you about it a little bit the other night, but if everybody else wanted to, I'd kinda like to do that in our own school, for all of us to, I know it's a little bit of a disruption, but I'd kinda like to see some of our teachers in action, in some of our classrooms while they're full, and if it's possible.
What kind of, I agree, after doing that, you hear students talk about teachers and that kind of thing. It would be nice to go see them, even, see them at their best, if that's what it is, if they know we're coming, that's,
Well, that's what you saw there.
well, I know.
For
Exactly. 'Cause
Definitely.
they did, however,
May or may not be a typical day in the classroom.
right, no, that's exactly right. But at that magnet school, they didn't even, he had a whole list, they wasn't sure, they knew he was there, but they didn't know which classes was
Yeah.
gonna go in, so,
So they say.
yeah. So maybe we could look at doing that sometime.
I'd like to, you hear about the classroom sizes and how rowdy some of the classes are. Just think it'd be good to see them in action sometime.
Yeah, the way they did it there is knocked on the door and opened it up, and all 18 of us come in, stood there. They just carried on like what they was doing and watched for a while and then left.
I didn't think it was too intrusive, it didn't
It
bother him a whole lot.
Well, it's something to look at for Okay, if nothing else there, we need to amend Mr. Stein's contract with the insurance change. We can no longer pay that, and correct me if I'm wrong, so basically we're going to pay him and then he will be responsible for paying the insurance instead of us.
The employee.
Is that correct? Yeah, the employee amount. We did similar thing to Ms. Tripple's 2 year, or year,
Yeah, a year or two ago.
Year or two
It was
ago.
Required to do.
with the changes in the healthcare world.
Everybody has to do the same thing. And currently, for all the rest of the employees, there's an employer amount and an employee amount. The employee pays their amount out of their salary, and then the district pays the employer amount. Well, for administrators, the district had always paid the entire amount. So it's just a matter of moving money, really. Still gonna be the same amount, except we increase the contract by the employee amount so that that's paid by the employee rather than the district.
Yeah, it's not an increase in funds at all, or.
And we'll be able to keep the same policy then?
Yes, everything, there'll be no change really. It's just a, you know.
Where the money goes
just-
first.
Yeah, it's a matter of semantics, I guess.
So,
Doesn't really matter.
how
What do
does
you
this need to be worded?
Just, do we know the exact amount, or do we need that?
Well, I think the exact amount that Nancy gave me for the remainder of this year, which would be through June, would be $2,500.20.
We would need to amend his contract, add that much.
I make that motion.
Okay. It's been moved.
Second.
Second. Any discussion? Raise your right hand. Anyone opposed? Okay, out-of-state requests, we have a couple from the FFA to the livestock show and leadership conference. One, the first in Denver, the second in Washington, DC. Anything? to add?
No, it's just that Washington Leadership Conference, I think they've been attending every year, and they usually, the alumni try to give scholarships for that, I mean, kind of help pay for some of that. And then the livestock show is for the students that, as like it says in there, that went ahead above and beyond to sell when they were out selling fruit and stuff like that. So this is kind of the reward trip that they generally take to do something, so this is something that's been done in the past. I think they went to it, 2 or 3 years ago, they went to the livestock show. You need a motion to approve that?
Yeah, is there any discussion about that, or any other questions?
They pay for it all themselves?
That would just
District.
pay.
Other than the
District
alumni?
District provides transportation.
Did they pay
and
for
pays
fuel?
for the advisor's expenses. No, they don't pay for the fuel. The district provides transportation. The fuel cost comes out of the Rooster Farm account, FFA Farm, whatever you want to call it.
I'll make a motion to approve the out-of-state travel request for the FFA to Denver and Washington DC.
It's been moved. Second. Second, any discussion? All in favor? Raise your hand. Anyone opposed? Carried. Strategic planning session, I did, before we look at that, wanted to thank everybody that was able to attend, either part or all of that. Really appreciated that, and I thought it went, well. I did send out a thank you letter to all I didn't send one to you guys, because I thought you'd lots rather hear it from me direct, but I did send out a thank you letter to all that participated in that.
Sure.
We just got this, Friday after, was it Friday or Thursday?
Thursday, right before the concert actually.
Right.
Just got done with.
So, I don't know, I guess the thing to do would be to, for us to look that over, and I guess I would like the thoughts of, to me, we're gonna have to schedule a special meeting for us to get this wrapped around this and what we wanna do in the direction and the things, and we've got a lot of things to figure out, and I don't think we're gonna be able to do that in, at a regular meeting. I think we're gonna have to dedicate an evening to it, and at least one to get started, and then,
You mean like just take this home and go through it and bring it,
The first few pages there, the first one is just kind of an overall goal of what the strategic planning was and kind of what the overall results were in word form. And then the other, like this page was the activities that we went through, as you can see those next three. And then the final one is kind of a culmination of what all the groups put forward in each of those areas. So that might be the thing to kind of look at, as far as, something in front of you. And then, I think our task would be to discuss the areas and kind of make a determination as to which areas you want to focus on. And then, Alan and I, probably along with a couple of faculty members, would kind of get together and put together some kind of a roadmap to achieve those things, bring it back to the board for approval and input and that sort of thing.
but I think we need to decide our focus, we've got a lot of things to figure out as far as the direction we want them to go, and we gotta tell them, we have the information, but it's not gonna do us any good unless we as a board sit down and decide this is the direction we wanna go, you guys get us here. And that's what we need to take the time to do. So I don't know, does anybody have any thoughts on that? Kind of the way, where we go from here, how, I think, I don't wanna wait for a long time.
It's a tough part about this time of year, but I think we all just have a few days to look it over and get together and talk about it.
Come up with, everybody just kinda look it over and get you a feel for what each of you think, and we can have a meeting. We'll maybe look at the calendar, it's gonna be a tough time, there's so much stuff going on, but
And next week is loaded with concert, fall games,
yeah.
and then it's Christmas.
But maybe is anyone leaving for extended period of